Hey CBS Casting, my name is David Cregg. I'm 25 years old and I have been a Survivor fan since the very beginning. Here's a picture of me doing my best Richard Hatch impersonation from season 1, sitting stark naked on the couch. Some of my favorite players: John Cochran, Sari Fields, Spencer Bledsoe, Boston Rob, obviously. I think what makes Cochran and Sari so appealing as players is how well they fill into sort of like this narrator slot. It almost becomes like the voice in the back of your head that sort of just like is the voice of reason, sort of controlling what you do. I would love to consider myself to be in sort of like that upper echelon of perspective. But I mean, until you get out there, you really just don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll get out there and I'll look like frickin' Eric. I think realistically, I'm probably more like the new Spencer. When he's sitting right behind Cass at Tribal Council, Cass flips, votes out Sarah Lacina, and Spencer just goes, "Cass, no chance of winning the game." One of the funniest Survivor moments of all time. So a little bit about me. I currently work as a credit analyst for one of the nation's biggest banks, credit card issuers. Super data-driven, super analytical, which I think is a strength in the game. But credit within the economic sphere is essentially a parallel to trust in the social sphere. You have to do some sort of analysis across, okay, well, I think this person is probably 60% likely to come through, 70% likely to come through. That's what I do day to day. That is what I would bring to the game. One of the other things that I think would really help is I have a good diversity of experience despite being so young. So as a kid, I worked to make money. I was a soccer referee. And I don't know if you've ever been to youth soccer games, but people do not hesitate to yell at the referee. So even at a young age, having to have the maturity to be able to deal with parents on the sideline, to be able to deal with coaches, 20, 30 years older than I am, and just say, hey, look, I'm in charge. All right? I'm in charge. And I think that was a really formative experience for me. And then beyond that, when I was in college, I worked in door-to-door sales like a crazy person. But it really did help me build some of that confidence, right? Because every 3 minutes, you're going to a new door where the person on the other side hates you. Nobody likes door-to-door salespeople. And so you have to get beyond that initial, I hate this person, to even getting to a conversation. So that was quite a learning experience, and I think has toughened me up quite a bit. And it makes it a lot easier for things to sort of like roll off my shoulder and let's just move on. So I would say I'm not very easily rattled. I've always been inquisitive. I've always been curious. Part of that taught me to be an independent thinker, and my parents were very accepting of that. And I credit their willingness to engage in that sort of dialogue with creating the person that I am today. I couldn't be a bigger fan of the game, bigger fan of the show. I absolutely love what you guys are doing. Whether or not I get on, I'll be a fan forever. But I just had to submit it this year. Thanks.